I told you I'd be back, you son of a bitch. You all remember our friend, Donatien Antoine Francois, also known as the Marquis de Sade. So why am I devoting a short to him? Well, although he is listed as an anarchist, he isn't. In fact, in his writings, he very explicitly describes himself as a libertine. And what is a libertine? Well, if an anarchist believes that there should be no government, no money, no power of any kind over anyone, and natural order will just come out of everyone's natural innate goodness, a libertine doesn't give a shit. A libertine questions everything. In the most extreme form, especially those in Desade's writings, libertines eschew morals, laws, social values. They don't consider anything a sin because they don't consider there to be a God or any higher power. They believe that society is just a facade. And they, most importantly, believe that nothing is off limits sexually, that anything goes, and that means anything. If you aren't familiar with his writings, first off, congratulations, you've been saved. Secondly, you probably are and just don't realize it. He wrote four novels of note, at least according to historians, and those novels are Philosophy in the Bedroom, Justine, Justine's sister, Juliet, and perhaps the most infamous, The 120 Days of Sodom. And these books all share one common theme. They all explicitly describe the characters as libertines or victims of libertines. And victims is, in fact, a very apt word because Desade's books are full of graphic depictions of violence, abuse, emotional torture, rape, and how shall we put this last one? Inappropriate and extreme actions involving those of tender age, to the point where some of them died from internal injuries. Donatien is an asshole, and we should stop glorifying him. Now, keep in mind that I say that having been an edgy teenager myself. In fact, during my high school and early college years, yes, I proudly said, I am a student of the Marquis de Sade, because that is where we get the word sadism. But once you actually read the material, hell, even if you just see the movies based off of it, and once you actually start learning about the man, he doesn't deserve any glory. He doesn't deserve any positivity. In fact, he was charged for his crimes, committed to an asylum, and died in it. But again, objectivity. Objectivity is the name of the game. So, I will say that although he was alleged to have also done the same actions that he describes in his book in real life, and in fact had several women come out against him, saying that he did, in fact, abuse them, beat them, and force himself upon them, that there was doubt. They couldn't be sure that these claims were real and that these women weren't just trying to make a powerful man lose his position. So there was doubt that he belonged in the asylum. And when he was in the asylum, he began to write and direct plays for the inmates, which some members of the French government said, we can't have that. That's preferential treatment. He can't do this. He's abusing the other inmates. While there were some doctors who said, no, no, it's actually therapeutic the inmates. They are exercising out feelings, they are confronting harsh truths, and they are being creative, and it is giving them an outlet for their energies. All in all, I'll leave it to you to decide what you think of Desaad. But fact is, he was not an anarchist, he was a libertine. I'm not going to list the things that he included in his writings besides what I've already mentioned. You can go ahead and look it up yourself, but I do warn you that if you do, either you should be very sure that you can handle sensitive material or that you're not going to need a bucket. All in all, your choice. Thank you.